and Howard University. On this campus, they call Norfolk State the Evil Empire. That's because when these two teams get together, it matters. The last 5 champions in the MEAC represented by these two teams. Neither of them are where they usually are. Picked to finish first and second in the conference, down after a little bit of a down start. But both of them have won 3 out of 4, and both feel like today matter come March. Welcome in, everybody, alongside Brandon Johnson, Cooper Boardman. We're glad you're with us. You talk to both coaches. We know we're about to see something very intense, and the feeling is that intensity is going to matter for these teams as they try to find it over the next few weeks.
Cooper, it's definitely going to matter. This is going to be a competitive battle here. Both of these teams are reigning MEAC champions that have represented the MEAC in the NC2A tournament the last 5 years. So we know it's going to come down to being competitive, and the will to win will succeed.
There's a level of toughness on both sides for these two teams that they're both kind of trying to find. There's a level of standard that each have reached. Howard, champions of this league 2 years ago and 3 years ago. Norfolk State comes back and wins last year. The reality is when these two teams have played, usually, BJ, it's for a championship or the right to play for a championship.
Yes, you have great coaching over here with Kenny Blakeney coming in his 7th year, representing the Howard Bison, as well as Robert Jones in his 13th year, representing Norfolk Spartans. So these guys know how to win. They built championship caliber teams. And again, like we stated, they have represented the MEAC out of the last 5 years in the NC2A tournament. So, hey, it's going to be a chess match out here.
Norfolk State, the Spartans under Robert Jones in his 13th year. Those guys right here coming into this environment. 10-13 on the season. They've lost more games this year already than they had lost in each of the previous 5 seasons. He said, I just had to relax a little bit. They've started to find it.
Yes, Coach Jones knows what he has. I mean, basically, he's got a whole new team. Only 3 returning players. 2 really didn't play at all last year. So he's got a whole new system out there that he's got to implement with players, and it takes a little time to get that chemistry and continuity going.
Kenneth Blakeney in the middle of that huddle, the 7th-year headman, the 2-time national champion at Duke University, has changed the complexion of this Howard program. Said when he showed up here, Norfolk State was the standard, and in many ways still is in the MEAC, and wanted to build the program to contend. For the last 5 seasons, they have gone toe-to-toe, mano-a-mano, and we're about to watch the latest version of it.
Yes, that's Coach Blakeney. We call him KB in the profession. He's got passion and purpose, as they say, but you know his teams will come. He's a great leader out there, really representing his teams and the players. But I guarantee you right now, Cooper, it's going to be a battle on that floor.
Referees Keith Bennett, Kendall Ridley, and Jordan Connolly. The Howard Bison and the Norfolk State Spartans on a Saturday afternoon from Washington, D.C. Glad you're with us, and here we go. Elijah Jamison gets the start today for Norfolk State. They're without their regular point guard, Adrian Newton. Anthony McCombs III is their leading scorer, transfer from New Hampshire, scoring 17 a game. This guy, Jamison, getting 15 a game. And Javon Ellis couldn't hit the first shot of the day. Rebound down to O.C. Okoji.
Yes, look for both teams to try to go inside to start up some tempo, but at the same time, we will expect a good transition game from both as well.
How offense has struggled. The conversation from Kenneth Blakeney has been, we got to pop the ball around. He wants to see a lot of guys touching it. He wants it moving around fast. Sticks with Okoji. Now it's Cam Gillis, the point guard. Now it's moving. It's down low, and it is a foul. Cedric Taylor III, off a career-high 29, is on his way to the line.
Taylor's averaging 14 points for the Bison here. Actually comes in as a transfer, played at Morehouse the last 2 years. And the Bisons played Morehouse in the game. I think they played that game every ML King. And Taylor did an astounding job to where the coaching staff said, hey, I think we could use that guy on our team. So they went out and got him in the transfer portal. And he's come in and really done well since he's gotten in the rotation.
14 points per game for Cedric Taylor III. This is a building that's not going to be quiet very much this afternoon. For the moment, it is. And now the cheers as he hits both. Norfolk State at 4-3 against MEAC opponents this year, 3-3 in the conference. Elijah Jamison gets a start at point guard. Guy's played 30-plus minutes a game, but has done it coming off the bench for them. Now McCombs versus Gillis. Good one-on-one player. Hard hedge against him. He'll take his shot, McCombs. That's an 0-for-2 start for Norfolk State.
Well, McCombs got a good look there. He is the leading scorer for the Spartans. Just didn't knock it down. Good execution there.
Bryce Harris, the conference's leading rebounder, second leading scorer, 34 in white, bottom right corner of your screen. Cam Gillis, top 5 in the league in assists per game, the point guard. And here's Harris doing his work. They double him on the ground. Gillis picks it up. Shot clock's at 5. Kick it. 3 in the air. Alex Cotton. Boy, you see the rebounding battle. This is what it's going to be like today. Taylor fouled again.
Yeah, it's inside. We know it's going to be a battle. But one of the things we want to look at, too, every time they go inside the box here, you spotted it out and called it out. It was a double. So you're looking at the leading scorer for Bison, averaging 17 points. He is a man. He's only 6'4". He's an undersized Charles Barkley type of, big post guy there. But he gets it done. So every time that ball goes into him, look for him to, at the same time, distribute that ball.
He's a star. But you look around at this game, right? And the guy at the line's a good example, and Cedric Taylor III, off the 29 that he had last Saturday. Norfolk State's got a few guys that have gone for 25-plus this year. This is a game that matters on both sides so much, and it's the kind of game where, you can look at anybody and say, he could be the star today.
You're right. It's a balanced attack across the board. Both teams are very versatile with their post play as well as their guard play, so they really match up well as we see. They sort of mirror each other. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's, here you go.
Cam Gillis all over it, took it away. Gillis 1-on-2. He was swatted by Devon Ellis. Stick back, no, but a foul. Bryce Harris for another free throw trip for Howard.
Well, that all started there from Gillis getting in the lane, playing the gap, and getting that steal. We call that CAR, C-A-R, concentrate, anticipate, and react to the ball. His timing is just great, playing the gap, shooting the gap, gets it. Now he attacks the basket, but here comes the defense. That's Ellis, able to get in there and get a swat. But back at the line now is Bryce Harris.
5 free throw attempts for Howard in the first 2 minutes and 9 seconds. They knocked down all 5, 73% as a group, second in the conference. This guy, Bryce Harris, 81%. He's taking his 146th free throw of the season. And he knocks it down.
Yeah, he's the Brooklyn, New York native. He's been here all basically 5 years for the Bison, but that is the continuity and the foundation of which Coach King has built this program on.
There's the first foul against Howard. Goes to Koji.
We will see pressure out here on the ball. Both teams are known to have ball pressure at the same time as we saw shooting gaps, but we got to really look at, too, how they guard the ball screen. Hard hedges, as we stated earlier, so see if we can get some good rotation on both sides.
Michael Jenkins in the game. First man off the bench. Jamison got a step, trying to flip it to the door. McCombs, late shot clock against Koji. Keep it moving in the corner. And Jamison misses. That's a big boy rebound. Keontae Lewis. Big man back on the floor. And resets with a new shot clock. McCombs attack, created space, had it swiped, got it back, and now the fight. This is what we're going to see today.
Yes, that was a good defensive possession. Solid rotation. I mean, the Bison were just good ball pressure, playing the gaps, and as soon as that ball goes inside, they are, look, 3 around the ball, and then digging. Hey, that's nowhere they can go. That's Spartans, and come up with the ball, the Bison.
They beat a pressure. Koji coming in. That was a wild layup. Harris got the rebound. And he, again, is going to the line for Howard.
Howard has gotten all the points primarily just getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line right now. But it's you got to really credit it from their defense. Defense ignites your offense, and we're seeing that down here as the Bison continue to get to the free throw line, Cooper.
folks, got a big day. College hoops, 6:30 Eastern, ESPN. Number 15 Arkansas against Kentucky. Then Auburn and Tennessee. And we'll finish that with our big.
Jamison gets inside there for the 2-point score. Now here you go with the Spartans. They come out a little full court press here zone.
And it's beaten down low. Harris couldn't whirl it. He got fouled again.
Harris gets to the line. And one of the things I noticed or like about Harris on film and on tape is that he uses a lot of reverse layups. Like I said, he's not that tall. He's not 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", playing actually above the rim. He uses his body, but he plays well by doing a lot of reverse layups where he gets a chance to use the basket as a shield, use his body. Now he's at the line again.
So every Howard point has come from the free throw line. They are 8 of 9 from the line. We have not come close to playing 4 minutes yet.
Just attacking the basket. That's why they're at the line. Not selling for 3 points, but pushing it in pace, getting the ball inside, and you got bodies up in there. That matters.
As part of what they do, Saturday, the loss against Morgan State, they took 40 free throws in the game, and they went 32 of 40. They are 9 of 10 to start the day. They've got a 9-2 lead.
The Spartans run a little flow action here. That's basically a 4-round-1 motion.
Got Jamison to his spot, couldn't hit it. That's a guard rebound from Cam Gillis. He pushes the pace, got it down. Taylor couldn't hit. That's a big rebound from Anthony McComb III. He is the leading scorer, second leading scorer in the league, but he's also a top 5 rebounder in the MEAC. Now with the post, the big man, Keontae Lewis, way short. And Akoji couldn't save it to take us to our first time out of the afternoon. We got a little free throw fest for you to start the Saturday afternoon. Howard leading Norfolk State 9-2 here from Washington, D.C. The lead for Howard is 9-2 as we welcome you back to the campus of Howard University in Washington, D.C. alongside Brandon Cooper. And this is a stat that looks like a disparity until you realize that a quarter of Howard's points come from free throws. They're 9 out of 10. Every single point so far has come from the line.
It has, because they have been attacking the basket. They've been attacking it in transition off of their defense being ignited. And at the same time, they're getting the ball on the inside, getting some offensive rebounds going back up. Norfolk State, they came out slow. They came out sleeping. Hey, they got to wake up. So hopefully this team out, or this TV timeout, will help them out.
1 for 6 start from the floor for Norfolk State. Number 2 offense in the league, and they have the guys to score. Anthony McComb III misses again. And here comes Howard. Isaiah Brown off the bench, the backup point guard. Alex Cotton, who got his first start in 8 games.
The Spartans went into a little matchup zone here to try to get the stifle to Bison, and it has done that so far.
Got to get it up, and they never did. That's a zone for Norfolk State. They've gone to it at points this year. It's been effective.
Well, that was a great call coming out of the media timeout by Coach Jones. His team has sort of been falling asleep on the defensive end. That's why you see the Bison at the line all the time. But good call. Howard took a little time to recognize it. Let's see what the Spartans do here if they can exercise.
Backdoor McComb. And there is the first chance for foul shots for Norfolk State after Howard took the first 10.
Well, good time to exercise this opportunity to score after getting the violation. But that is a good play for them. They run off the high ball screen and curl. You have the defender in your hip pocket, so right read there to get that pass to the basket. Now we have the Spartans at the line for first time here.
Just one of those 5 minutes right now for the Spartans. Anthony McComb III, transfer from New Hampshire. He was on a team last year that won 8 total games. And their sell to him in the portal was come here and win a championship, something we've done in the MEAC 3 out of the last 5 years. And he is leading them in scoring. And finally, they have a free throw.
Gotcha. Here you go again. They go back into their 1-2-2 full court zone press. Take some time off. See if they drop back into that zone. or matchup man. They drop back into their matchup zone again. Let's see if the Bison can recognize and get into their zone offense.
So where's that pass need to go?
They're trying to get it on the inside, but it's going to be a little bit hard because of how the zone is set up. But at the same time, what you got to do against the zone, Cooper, and people at home, you want to throw, first of all, beat the gaps, shoot the gaps. At the same time, skip passes. Skip passes always work.
Howard puts some more ball handlers on the floor. In response, Calvin Robbins stays in. Cedric Taylor comes back on. Cam Gillis takes his first rest, so Isaiah Brown will roll the point guard spot along with Travell Bryson. Shot clock at 9 for the Howard Bisons at 12-9 overall. Bryce Harris. First touch for Bryson. Shot clock at 4. It's got to get up. Bryson does. There's a rebound. Elijah Jamison back in. He's 1 on 5, and he was faster than 5.
Well, that was great. I mean, he just pushed that ball up. He was quick as lightning. We hadn't seen that before because it's all been free throws. Dead ball, not live ball, off defensive rebound. So good take there by Spartans.
Fell to Harris. He went up, had it blocked, goes back up, stripped away on the ground, and on the third bite at it, they get the goal. Calvin Robbins Jr.
Calvin Robbins Jr., he is a post player for the Bisons. Not very tall at all, only standing about 6'5", but he's got some size on the inside. And what we're seeing right now is the Bison just really attacking the basket, getting offensive rebounds, and that is helping them with the score.
Howard is the #1 offensive rebounding team in conference play this year by rate, 40%. Bryce Harris in the middle of it is the conference's leading rebounder. Brown down low. Harris!
You gotta love that. Just, again, attacking the zone. You shoot the gap. The defense has to step up, and there's the baseline run. And a nice pass there by Brown to get it for the dunk.
They have picked the lock in that zone last 2 trips.
It took them 3 times to get it, but they got it.
Inside Lewis, 1-on-1. He floats it in. Norfolk State, best offense in the league so far this year, starting to find it.
And Lewis is a big body up in there. He's got good size. He will bang. He doesn't shoot, but inside he's a presence.
How about a Bryce Harris 3? Oh, 2% for the year.
Oh my goodness, yeah, he's not shooting a lot of threes, but when he takes those open shots, I know the team feels very comfortable about him making them.
Back to the post and back to Keontae Lewis on this. Jenkins, tough 3, not for him.
Oh, good in and out. Here you go. That's just textbook basketball. Ball goes inside, defense collapse, kick out. Shooter's got to be ready. We say shooter, stay low, and they rise high. And that's just what we saw.
He was a redshirt player on a juggernaut of a championship team last year for Norfolk State. 11 newcomers this time around. Lost 13 games, most in the last 6 seasons for Robert Jones. Underneath again, Taylor shoveled it out. One more, wide open corner 3. Now it's raining. Isaiah Brown.
Brown coming in, knocking it down. That ball got on the inside. Once that ball gets on the inside and thrown back out, it's hard to keep up with it in the zone.
That's a takeaway. Cedric Taylor the third. Popko got it back and got fouled. He was looking to dunk on the world.
Well, I tell you, you got to love the way the Bison are playing. They are really playing great on defense. But when they get that ball over, hey, it's showtime. They're going up the floor, baby. They're getting up the floor, and now they're back at the line.
You go back and you watch some of these Howard games. And Kenneth Blakey talked about it with us earlier. Like, they've been stagnant. The ball, sits. The shot clock dwindles, and then it's late. And he thought today might be the day where it was different. It has looked very different for this team over the first 8 minutes.
Well, I went back and looked at the Morgan State game on both of these guys. That's Spartans and the Bison. Both of them played well, lost by 1 point. A little sluggish there. Bison had the lead. Minute and 30 seconds ago, they're up by 5. Couldn't keep on to it. But right now, hey, when you lose like that, that's a tough loss. That's a sour pill to swallow. So you had a whole week off with this snow. So now these guys, they've been banging on each other in practice. So now they get a chance to bang on somebody else.
Howard's been sitting there, for 7 days, feeling that. Norfolk State, the 1-point loss on Monday to the same team in Morgan State, sitting there, feeling that. 10-point Howard lead. McComb again, matched up with Taylor. Nowhere to go. Back to him. It's a three. And that's the roll. How about it? Anthony McComb. Take it.
That is a shooter's roll because that was great defense there by the Bison to contest that shot. Rushed the shot clock, but hey, McCombs, he knows he's got to score, and he did just that. Here we go. See if the Spartans still stay in their zone, which they are.
Other part of it, they've struggled to rebound. Hard to rebound out of the zone. Brown, inside kick out, wide open three. Howard Bison, no good. Another monster rebound, Harris.
Offensive rebounds, Cooper, you mentioned it. This team leads the MEAC in offensive rebounds.
Bison baseline, he lost it. Tried to save it. Free throws and rebounds for Howard, and now starting to make some shots.
Yeah, just penetrating the gaps in the zone, collapses, good read, no, have a cutter on the side, Brown gives it off, and that's just a nice flush. Then at the same time, around the perimeter, an open man, and it is swish and sweet.
This guy's got eligibility left. John Wall, the honorary captain today for the Howard Bison. Man who needs no introduction, but got one heck of a one in the arena today. He's been on the bench with them, sitting courtside today. And this guy walks in this building, in this city, and like the world just stopped for a second.
It did. And this is what the Bison do. They honor community people, and this is from all walks of life. Different sectors, whether it's business, community, but this is John Wall coming in today, and he's going to definitely probably give these guys a spark.
Big collision. On the other side, Okoji, who fights for every inch of the court, went down real hard as he clattered into McComb.
Anthony McComb, the third. That's his second, team 7.
The Bison are really getting out, getting through screens, trying to get over top. We'll see right here, just, man, yeah, that was
Substitution for the
a tough call. That could have really went either way.
Beyond line forward.
Koji, he seems to be all right. But again, just trying to prevent that dribble handoff.
They're also going to take a look for the potential of a flagrant foul. It's nice to see Okoji get up. You ask Kenneth Ligney who his most competitive guy is, and he says it is O.C. Okoji, because what we just saw there, the 1,000%, all of him behind that run is who he is. Common foul after a quick check. Keith Bennett, Kevin Ridley, and Jordan Conley doing a good job there. I didn't see anything that rose to the level of excessive or unnecessary.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I thought it could win either way. I mean, when you saw Okoji coming in there, he was a little bit late, but literally I thought that could win both ways. Tough break there for the Spartans. But going back to what you were saying about Coach Blakely talking about Okoji, yeah, he's been here the duration as well, and he just knows what's expected. He's getting this chance to play. Was out a little bit last year because of injury, but now, hey, he's coming into his own.
Travel. So Norfolk State, who had about as nightmarish of a first 6 minutes as there is with all the fouls and the struggles offensively, has settled in. They've made 4 out of their last 5 shots. And now they're in a situation where Howard didn't have their best defender for possession. How about O.C. Okoji right back in the game?
Yeah, that's just toughness. Every coach needs toughness from their players.
Jamison went right at him and traveled on the other end.
That was another tough call there. I'm looking at Coach Jones over here. I know he's upset with these last 2 calls, but you see how you got to give him credit because they're up in that alley. That's that space. I mean, as a coach, we tell our guys, hey, listen, you've got to move your feet. Here you go.
And they just changed this call that you're seeing here from a travel to a foul.
Yes. I thought that was, yes. So I'm like, he was there. Defense is moving. You got to be set. Even though Howard is playing good defense, as a defender, even at YMCA, we say knees bent, butt down, back straight, head and shoulders up, okay? And Okoji right there, he was standing straight up. Had he been down, he probably would have got called for that foul.
Jamison couldn't hit. Koji with the defense, and Taylor's in transition all the way.
He was standing straight up. Had he been down, he probably would have got called for that foul.
Jamison couldn't hit. Koji with the defense, and Taylor's in transition all the way. And he was fouled again. It's the 8th team foul on Norfolk State with 10:04 to go in the first half.
And it's all coming primarily in transition or on offensive rebounds. So as a coach, there's two things from a defensive standpoint that teams will practice every day, Cooper, and that is four-man shell, basically, and transition D. The game, whether you're at the pros, college, high school, transition D is everything. And right now, the Spartans are struggling getting back.
Boats tomorrow on ESPN and the ESPN app. Women's College Game Day crew at the Moody Center in Austin at noon Eastern. 9 Ed River rivalry at 3 Eastern. Number 4 and number 10. Free throw good. 22-13 Howard lead with under 10 to go in the first half. And the fouls just keep on stacking.
Yeah, these guys are really evenly matched as far as size out on the perimeter. The only big guy for the team right now for Spartans is Lewis. But everybody else is pretty much around the same size, anywhere between 6'3" and 6'7" or 6'6". So it's just a matter right now of willpower. You know, who's got the will? Now you see Howard setting up in a matchup zone here.
Did this in the first half with great success right around this mark against Morgan State last weekend. Norfolk State trying to find a way. Leaks, bounced it down. This is the big. That was blocked. Jaquel Morris went up. He didn't come down with it. Cam Gillis back in the game, pushing the pace. You'll see a Koji healthy, back on. Cedric Taylor III. Good pass down low, and that is good. Danis Kazikavičius, the freshman from Lithuania.
Yes, you got to say that name one more time. Danis Kazikavičius. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's like kind of an Achu.
Yes, yeah, I'm just going to call him right now. Choose. All right. But he's from Lithuania. He's got size out there.
Good finish inside. Michael Jenkins.
Attacking the basket. They're in this zone. That is the Bison. But at the same time, they went into that zone probably because of bringing in Choose in the game. It's not as mobile, but is a rim protector.
At 6'10", he won the ball and he got it, and he was fouled. Every time these last 4 or 5 fouls, and that's the 9th on Norfolk State, there's the same look on that bench and every player's on the floor face.
Well, I think it goes twofold. One, their reaction is a little bit delayed. They're getting there a step slow. But then two, all these fouls, it impedes the transition of the game. Those you out of flow. So I know the staff and the bench for the Spartans, they're like, come on, let us play.
1 for 1 for Kazikavičius. Grew up in Vilnius, idolizing Domantas Sabonis, Jonas Valanciunas, the Lithuanian basketball legends.
Yeah, freshman, good size, as we stated earlier, does a good job with his length and actually shooting their free throws.
79% for the year.
Yes.
Another deflection and another takeaway. Howard has been doing it all day. Rice Harris backs it out. Play some offense. Inside again. They feel like they got a matchup with this. Kazikavičius kick it out. This can shoot the 3. Cam Gillis. Taylor back outside. Gillis hesitated. We've talked about it. We want him to shoot more. See the moment.
He can shoot.
Passes this time. Harris went up, got knocked down, no foul.
Again, he is the rim protector. Not very great as far as moving laterally, but he stays in front of that rim. He protects it.
Foul against Koji. We'll double check it. I think that's Okoji's 3rd if it stays with him.
Personal fouls against the Bison's number 11, OC
Coach is just attacking,
There's a
playing solid defense.
Howard Bison,
And here you go,
26,
Bison,
Norfolk State Spartans,
26-15.
Let's make
This
some
media.
noise for your Howard University cheerleaders.
The Women's USA
Robert Jones and Norfolk State are trying to find some answers right now. And I'll point to that rebounding part because we've been talking about how great Howard is in terms of rebounding. They are great on the offensive glass. But it's not like Norfolk State this year has been a bad rebounding team.
No, both of them are right there neck and neck. I mean, Norfolk State is 35.9, so that's 36 rebounds per game, and Howard is actually 36.0, so they're even right there. But what the difference is, as you stated earlier, is the offensive rebound. And we're seeing right now Howard has, I believe, four offensive rebounds out there, total of 11, but they are getting on the glass, and it's just right now, that is effort.
We're far away from Robert Jones. I think his message in that last time out, just looking at him across the way, was effort for his team. Against Howard, who settled into his zone these last couple of possessions. Norfolk State shooting it at 40% from the field, but they've turned it over 6 times. Michael Jenkins having a good first half, and he took a tough shot. The rebound's easy. Bryce Harris, he threw it away though, and Jenkins finishes.
That was, hey, got a chance to redeem himself right there. Came back and got the steal. That was the biggest lead of the game right there. It was 11. Now it's back to 9. They got it up under double digits. But Norfolk just has to settle down. Howard throughout that zone, which element of surprise threw him a little bit off. But both teams are in their matchup zone.
Isaiah Brown travel. There have not been a lot of possessions where we've seen single digits on the timer, and you can see for one of the first times it just got a little slow. This earlier from Jenkins.
Jenkins just threw the ball away with just a bad shot there, but just hung in there. Got the Harrison off of Harris. That is out of cue, was able to get that steal for 2 points. And now here you go with the Bison. They go into a 2-2-1. Of course, so these teams pretty much mirror each other across the board with some of their defense as well as offense.
No good again. Jamison missed it. Harris saved it back, and that was the first man to it, Cam Gillis. He won the race, and he drew a foul. And you talk about effort. 3 green jerseys there around the ball, and Gillis at 5'11" won the race.
He's pushing it. And this is what you see. The Bison, they are really attacking in transition, and that's why they're at the line.
We were talking to Kenneth Blakeney earlier, Howard head coach. He has so much respect for Robert Jones, the Norfolk State head coach, that they don't run many plays against Norfolk State because he knows that the Spartans are going to be so prepared for it and intelligent about it. And you can see it today. You know, he said offensively, we'll read, react, we'll run motion, but they're not even playing half-court offense. It's just been transition up and down. It's worked so far.
The best offense is a primary break. If you can't get that, you go into your secondary break, and then after that, you bring it out and go into your half-court set. So we are seeing the Bison do just as you stated, push that ball up.
And on this end, Norfolk State likes early shots. Jamison down low. That's blocked. Harris all over Yelding's first shot attempt.
Good defense there, good rotation. That's what we call some help the helper there.
Gillis bounce it down, back inside. Kazikavichus got doubled, got it back, flipped it off, wide open. And Bryce Harris is one of the best scorers in the league. Had forever to take his shot.
Well, just great offense, great execution. There was a good post feed there. Defense collapses in on the big guy, and then Bryce just spots up in that middle for the 2-point shot. When you see defense, it's all about rotating over, but it gets beat, and that is Bryce Harris there. Good timing, elevation, gets the block and says, get that shucks out of here. And now they're up the court.
There are a lot of big dudes in this game. Bryce Harris is the biggest dude of all of them. It is hard to overstate, as that doesn't go from Yelding, just how large he is. Taylor low. Harris dropped that one. He was going up for the stuff, and it's taken away. And now Norfolk State, rare chance for transition. Leaked out.
Yeah, good call there, at least. Did leak out, good push ahead, but that's what you stated. That's rare. We haven't seen the Spartan get up the court in transition, which is needed in this game for them.
It's down, it's on the ground, and it's going Norfolk State's way.
Good job there for Norfolk State, because really Bryce Harris lost or didn't make the 2-point, which he was right at the basket, got guys up in the air. We got to play up under review right now.
And Kenneth Blakeney just rolled out his challenge. He has to be sure. 4:45 to go in the first half.
Yeah, the challenge is, in order to take a challenge, this is a new rule in the game, but here you go. Challenge, in order to do that, you have to have your timeout. And what they're going to do is just, here you go, just pushing it in transition, gets up the court, they're able to score. Or two.
We also encourage you to visit the Howard University here from the campus store.
10-point game. On the floor a second ago was Norfolk State basketball. Ball that was kind of bouncing around and popped over the baseline. And Howard just used a challenge here. So again, this is called Norfolk State ball on the floor. And well, first look, naked eye, right there. I think that this is probably a good challenge from Kenneth Blakeney.
Well, the officials will come over and let us know if that's going to be overturned or overruled. But this is a new rule in the basketball this year, where you can have a challenge and an appeal. And what the challenge is, you can only challenge 3 things. 1, out of bounds. 2, whether it's goaltending or interference. And then 3, a charge or a block. But here's another look as the official comes over to let us know the ruling.
And Howard wins the challenge. Keith Bennett, Kendall Ridley, Jordan Conley getting the job done over there. Go.
Well, here you go. I mean, as we were talking during the break, it was like, do you use that timeout? Because they're up by what? They're up by 10. Do you need
it? It's aggressive.
But at the same time, you got to go with what your players are saying. They're like, Coach, that wasn't out on me. Coach. So keep that momentum going. The coach is going to listen to his players, and he did just that.
We might have another possible challenge in the quarter. That stays with Howard.
Well, again, once you, if Coach KB, Kenny Blakeney, he won that challenge, so he gets to retain that challenge and doesn't lose the timeout. So that was an excellent call to go with what his players were saying.
And the momentum makes perfect sense, right? He's been in an avalanche offensively in this first half. Taylor barely saved that, but here is the possession that they just got a bonus of. Isaiah Brown to the corner. Gillis bounce it out. Taylor sets up and drills it. 3 points that they pulled out of the hamper.
That is just great basketball right there. Taylor's able to knock it down. But that all started by Isaiah Brown, the 6'1", 170. Don Bosco High School being able to drive the baseline and kick it out as the defense collapses.
13-point game, largest Howard lead. Dean right forward. Answers back. No! Got a foul on right forward as Gillis came over.
This is unusual. There was no foul on the shot, but I'm thinking, we're right here in front of it. He had to have kicked out his foot.
It's the only possibility.
It is. So that is an offensive foul. As an airborne shooter, you're allowed to go straight up and come, but you cannot extend your leg out there trying to get fouled. So excellent call by the official right on top of it.
You saw the shot of Dean, how he felt about it. 13-point game, that would have been the 3 to answer to make it a 10-point game. And now Howard can tack on to already its largest lead of the afternoon. And Cam Gillis does that.
Cam Gillis again. The Bison are just executing great against this zone. They figured it out. Skip passes back and forth, closeouts. But here you go. Just great shooting. Penetrate, kick out. There's a spot up. Ready to knock it down. And again, just swish and sweet.
All right, big sequence a second ago. Howard won a challenge, knocked down a 3 after they got the ball back. Norfolk State came back down, and this appeared to be a 3 for Dean right forward, except He kicked his left leg out. It was an offensive foul. Howard got the basketball back, came down, hit another three. And now, BJ, they have their largest lead of the day.
Yeah, unfortunate for the Spartans because that was a good shot. Didn't need to kick out your foot. Now that's a turnover. And the Bison still have their momentum going.
It's really, when you talk about that minute and a half or so, it's a 16-point game. That's like a 9-point difference on both sides. And Norfolk State just ripped a timeout. They had to. 35-19, 3:52 to go in the first half. And honestly, for Norfolk State, this has just got to be a little bit stunning.
Yeah, it is. We all weren't expecting this right here, but right now they're down by 16. What they've got to do is, you're going up against this zone, they got to get that ball inside some, whether that's penetration or passing. But right there, you can't have turnovers like that. You can't have turnovers like that at all. Leaks gets inside of the zone. At that time, you just pull it up or you look for the pocket pass down, but he throws it out to a station offensive wing and just bad turnover.
Howard offensively has made 15 free throws. They're a plus 10 in the rebounding margin. And they're shooting it at 50% from the field and from three. Taylor's having a nice first half. Smaller guy on him, escaped it with the shot clock down to 8. They haven't been in this spot a whole lot. Gillis getting chased, 4 seconds, slipped it down. Harris had it blocked, right down low, and that is stuck back in by Kazi Kavicius.
Well, Kazi Kavicius, he did a good job, but you got to credit the whole offense there by the Bison because they were trying to figure out what the Spartans were in. They went out of their matchup zone into man-to-man, and they read it well, was able to execute a good play, and they got that ball inside, and another offensive rebound for the Bison.
Their 10th and 11th second chance points off of that offensive rebound.
Yes.
Right forward. That'll count. He didn't kick the leg out that time.
Do that. You don't need to do that. Yes, I mean, good shot. Hands and feet are ready. Nice stroke.
Then they leave Gillis open at a 39% three-point shooter at all day.
Well, I just think that's just miscommunication. The Spartan came down, did not get back into whether they were going to be man or zone. But the name of the game is basketball. You have to keep up with the ball. And they let that shot come down.
Right forward. Not that time. Big man. Strong rebound by Taylor. And now it's Gillis in transition. He went down. They got an offensive foul on the way in there.
I don't know if it was on him leaving, jumping. I couldn't see it because the view got blocked. But just look at how they are attacking the basket. Here's a replay for us. Just in transition. I don't see a foul right there. That's tough. Yeah, that was, yeah. Oh, you know what? I don't think it's on the airborne shooter. I think it was on the guy there sealing. So whoever was there sealing moved and positioned himself to where that was an offensive foul.
Yeah, it was Harris. They got him for it. On the other end, Dean right forward. So he's knocked down a three and made a layup. Norfolk State just trying to stabilize in the final 2 minutes of this first half. That has been Howard's on so many ways. They've run an F1 race in transition. They've rebounded. This guy Harris has been unreal. Tried to slip it down. It was knocked away. Deontay Lewis got in front. There's a foul. Isaiah Brown was trying to close space on Jordan Leaks.
Well, I tell you, Isaiah Brown almost got that ball, and it was really not a heads-up play by the Spartan there. You just have to be solid. Ball being pushed up. Again, the Bison, they are like defensive backs right now in transition on defense. I mean, they're ready to get a pick six, go on down and score. But really, as I stated, it's called CAR. C-A-R, concentrate, anticipate, and react to the ball. And
a 1-and-1 for Jordan Leaks. 43% free throw shooter. Got NBA tonight on the ABC and ESPN app. Ernie, Kenny, Charles.
Leaks is a redshirt sophomore out of Hampton, Virginia, standing 6'3", 170, but he's just an active wing out there for the Spartans.
Brown down low. Harris got a flyby and put it in.
Oh, man, that's just great execution. And again, that's all off the ground, off the bounce, and you got cutters going. So that's just read and react offense, people.
Feels like a big possession for Norfolk State here, nearing a minute to go in the first half. Jamison inside. Lewis, tough catch, got around, had it pawed at, still found a way through.
They needed that big bucket like that. They got it inside. Anytime that you're struggling scoring, just go inside. Defense left, you can kick it back, but need more cutters as well. That is the Spartans. We're good to score in that inside post play.
Another cutter. It's Gillis inside. Take it away. He's got a big up now. Mismatches abound. It's Harris, finds it inside Taylor, faces up, looks around, and a foul. Kazi Kavicius was trying to escape on the baseline, and I think they got him for a foul.
Good ball pressure there by the Spartan here. Just all up in the ball. Good defense there in front. We call that up the line. The Spartan here. Just all up in the ball. Good defense there in front. We call that up the line, on the line, or just fronting in the post. So great defense by the Spartans.
Just under a 3-second differential. Norfolk State could hold for the last shot. Jenkins went baseline, and that's off the Norfolk State hand. It's another turnover, their 9th of the first half.
This pace there, they'll have 20 turnovers, which is way too many turnovers. We have to value the ball. You see Coach Jones over there. He's flabbergasted right now, just disgusted with the play of his Spartans, because they are a much better team than this, and of course, much better coached.
There's a big possession there. 14-point game, could have been 12 or 11 at halftime. And now Howard's got a chance to make this 16 or 17 at the break with 18 seconds to go. Timeout for Kenneth Blakeney, who I would imagine he's not sure of anything with still another half to go, but his team may have just played its best 20 minutes.
Oh, they played great. I mean, here you go, like you stated, 42-28, limited turnovers. They've gotten to the line. What we say as far as free throw lines, you want to make more free throws than your opponent attempts, and they've done just that. But a good execution out here by the Bison. And then right now, look, 18 seconds left, coming down. We're going to get a good solid play here by the Bison. They'll run out the shot clock, but I know going into halftime, Coach Jones and his Spartans, they got to make some adjustments, because Coach Blakeney has done a great job with his game plan for us.
Howard will have one final shot, no shot clock, against Robert Jones and Norfolk State. Again, the teams picked to finish 1 and 2 in the conference. Norfolk State, the defending champions. Howard won it 2 years ago. Taylor with 6 seconds. Down to 5. Needs some help. Down 4. It's Brown. 2-1 at the buzzer. Just off to end the first half. That has been all Howard. They shoot it at 55%. They rebound plus 11, and they'll take a 14-point lead into the break.
Good. What we have.
Got Zubin and Tom Crean standing by. Halftime here in D.C. They'll join you after the break. This is a building where Howard is used to winning. And this is a building where they looked like it in the first half, 42-28 over their rivals from Norfolk State. Welcome back in alongside Brent Johnson, Cooper Boardman. Glad you're with us. A first half that I don't think we necessarily expected, at least on paper. I'm not sure Norfolk State expected it based on the conversations we have, but Howard probably just played the best 20 minutes of the year right there.
Yes, they did. They're shooting basically 55% from the field, but where the difference came in is basically off of free throws. They're getting inside, attacking gaps, being able to finish at the same time, knocking down shots. But defensively, what we got to have from the Spartans is they got to continue to do that. Play off the ball, get some steals, and try to score. But Howard keeps executing well, spreading that wealth, spreading the love, as I say, and just making everybody get a piece of the pie.
Norfolk State, one of its worst offensive halves of the season. They didn't shoot it bad, to your point. Well, they started with the miss, but the rebounding and the free throw margin was gigantic. And transition for Howard. The first 20 seconds looked just like the first 20 minutes.
Well, just unfortunate right now to come out of the timeout and just not be able to convert, and Howard comes back and does the same thing by executing.
See the second chance points, 11-0 Howard. They own this part of the court as you see a foul. Rebounding action, Elijah Jamison draws it. And right now, this is, for Norfolk State, just about finding their footing in the paint against Howard.
Yes, they have to go inside just to slow the game down. Right now, it's too much of a fast-paced game where Howard is getting a lot of transition buckets, and if they're not scoring, they're getting offensive rebounds. So we will see them slow the game down and try to chip away. And this is helping. So now they just got to knock down some free throws.
Howard took 18 free throws in the first half. Norfolk State took 4 free throws in the first half.
Yeah, Howard made 15 of 18. As I stated earlier, as coaches, we say there's a philosophy. You want to make more free throws than your opponent attempts. And basically, the Bison have done twice as much as them, almost 3 times, basically.
And they've come out in a press. Elijah Jamison defending with some kind of glint in his eye against Cam Gillis, who had a big first half, knocked down to 3. Alex Cotton gets to start the second half. Lob up top, and down it goes. Cedric Taylor.
Oh my goodness. Just good executed play there. Misdirection with the stagger. And you just saw Gillis is there waiting for the play to set up in the right pass for the alley. Howard in there. Man.
Led to a 3 from Leaks.
Needed shot by the Spartans. Again, they have to chip away. Take their time. They can get some transition buckets. That's what's needed first. Get that primary break there. Right now, they have to defend.
And they did force Harrison to a tough pass. He was doubled. A lot of space on the outside for Cotton. And he drills it.
Here you go. Alex Cotton coming in the game, and all he does is he just spots up for the threes. Tough break there for the Spartans, but Alex Cotton, he's ready, steps in, makes that shot, knocks it down as they shoot.
Here's Devon Ellis. Played just a couple of minutes in the first half, and he's going to the line after the alley-oop.
Yeah, this is just a misdirection play. Falling asleep on the backside. You just see the posture of the Spartans just all standing up, looking, but great execution. No ball pressure. You got to have ball pressure out there. If you got pressure on the ball, that pass doesn't happen. So got to pick it up. You see the Bison, they're up in you. I call it being up in that tat-out, that space. That's another word for something else, but they're up in you. So you got to wake up when you come out here in the second half. You look at Coach Jones, I know can't have that, guys. Can't have that. A little disappointed. But this is a championship caliber coach here, both of these guys. So we'll see some coaching down the stretch.
You could see that there was a point in the first half where Norfolk State just looked a little stunned. I mean, this team's scoring 79 a game in conference play, and they just couldn't find it really offensively.
I think basically they got taken out of the game through the fouls that were called, but that's on them because they weren't getting back in transition.
Got an off-ball foul. Alex Cotton was down there, and I think they got Koji. They did. So that's a 4th on Osi Okoji. Best defender for Howard's going to have to sit for a while here in the second half.
They miss him and need him because he is a versatile player on both ends. Called there for the offensive foul.
Isaiah Brown checks in. Played some of the most minutes he's played all season long in the first half. Morris turned in. They got another foul. There's space with Cedric Taylor there.
That was just, to me, a no call there. I mean, that was just good defense there. The defense was there rotating over, but we'll get another look at it. They get the ball inside. Defense rotates over. They're there. Really, the offensive guy brought the ball down on the defender. So, tough break there for the Bison, but good execution as far as their slides. They're rotating perfectly on the screen.
McComb fell, tried to get up. It went off his hands, and they turned it over again.
I mean, the first half you had 9 turnovers for the Spartans and 10 for the Bison, which is uncharacteristic of both teams. So they got to really value the ball. And right there, that's a just unnecessary turnover. Ellis has been out of the game for some time. Not in sync, not in rhythm.
Taylor, double figures in the first half, and there's a foul, and you see the frustration mounting.
Personal fouls against the Spartans, number 20, Jordan. That's his first, team's first.
All of these fouls
number 23,
are because of
number 3,
a delayed reaction for the most part. For the most part, I think they've been solid fouls. A few could be questionable, but as a defender, you have to be there. You can't be a spectator in the game of basketball. You have to be a participant, and that means you got to work.
Forced a turnover. Jamison tried to get it up ahead, and then he foul at midcourt. So we had a game that had double-digit free throws in the first 5 minutes. Then it petered off a little bit, and here we are in the second half doing it again.
Well, a 14-point game. That was going to be a great break that was needed by the Spartan. Just could not get it because of the foul, but you got to credit them for defending well. So let's see if they can come out here and execute really strong in their half-court set.
Combe had a quiet opening half. Their leading scorer, second leading scorer in the MEAC. 2 bites on his way in, spun it down. It was knocked away and taken away. Cedric Taylor III. Big man on the break. Taylor all the way.
Stretch man, that's what I call him right now. He is length out there at 6'7". Don't know his wingspan and his reach, but he is getting to the basket in transition.
Wingspan big, reach big, and the same for Harris, who's got another rebound off the miss.
A little quick shot there by the Spartans.
Gillis dusted him. Oh, it was on line but long. He was waiting for the highlight reel, and a foul on the rebound. Cotton gets dinged for it.
These guys battling for balls. I mean, rebounds, and right there, even as we talked about, averaging 36 a game, but when that shot goes up, that's anybody's ball, and Cotton his body goes into the opposite player there, and that is a foul.
How about 16 fouls on Howard to start the second half?
You know, they have the depth to rotate in, but unfortunately for Okoji, they want him back in the game, but still they have the depth. But they're playing strong, so.
Jenkins twirled in, just couldn't hit again. And it's the break. Cedric Taylor III slows it up. Gets it back. Just looks like he wants to go to work. And he twists it up for Harris. Gillis, one more. Open three. Isaiah Brown couldn't hit, tapped out, and that's a foul. It's the 7th team foul on Howard. It goes against Cedric Taylor with 15:44 to go. Norfolk State's going to have some free throw chances, but Howard keeps on running, up 16 in the second half. 51-35 over Norfolk State in the second half. Norfolk State's Anthony McComb III is at the line.
Coleman shooting 78% from the free throw line. He is a good free throw shooter for the Spartans, and we know he is their leading scorer.
Well, you figure in any game, and this has not been Norfolk State's dream game to this point by any stretch of the imagination, but in any game, the guy who gets 17 a game, if he's held to single digits where he's sitting right now, they're not going to have much of a chance to win that game. He's gotten more involved in the second half, and this is probably the best that Norfolk State's looked to start the second half.
It has, again, here they go to their full court zone press 2-2-1.
Kazakevicius, I think everybody wanted him to shoot it. Instead, he found Harris, and it was the right choice.
That ball went inside. Great pass. That is a cross-court skip pass. Good IQ there by the Bison.
17 for Harris. Season average, third leading scorer in the match. Rosellis deep in the post. Trying to turn to his left and put it off the front of the rim. Rebound down. Harris cleans it up. Howard plus 11 on the boards in the opening half. They're doing it again in the second.
We're seeing the Bison just score and execute inside and out. Everybody's getting involved. They're taking their time, making the right reads in their offense.
Passes like that all the way across the court. Sets Gillis. Tried to force it in. It kicked off, I thought, a shoe. And it'll stay with Howard.
We have 8 seconds on the shot clock, so see what type of, that ball's in the corner, baseline out of bounds, so See if they line up here. Straight line. You can see somebody at least attacking the basket with a screen.
Got a lot of size to work with. Slipped it in for Harris. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. It's Brown back down. Harris up with it and in with it.
Good execution. That's just Brown off the bounce, getting inside. Defense collapse. He gets it to Harris, and Harris just uses his body. He's not playing above the rim. Everybody to go flying high to the friendly skies. And he converts.
How about Brown, man? 12 minutes a game coming in. He played 13 minutes in the first half. He's helped break the presses like that second point guard you were talking about. As McComb misses a tough one, and the rebound for Cedric Taylor III. And it's Taylor playing point guard and point guard!
Just attacking the basket in transition. Every direction. From the side, from the middle. Good team ball, good unselfish play. And Taylor's back in the line. All starts with the defensive rebound. Gets it up. That's called a dribble bust out. Nobody stops the ball. And the C is wide open, and he just finishes. Now he's at the rim. And again, here you go. Cooper, it's a delayed response by the Spartans. The name of the game is basketball. Nobody stopped the ball, and you got to do that.
Right. How many times have we seen, especially that guy, Cedric Taylor, with that dribble across midcourt, and you blink, and he's at the rim.
Just good heads up for you. When you see the versatility of this physical contact right there.
Yeah, Harris for the foul. He was not remotely happy with it. His free throws coming for Norfolk State. Howard with its largest lead at 22 for a game that on paper was not supposed to be this way.
I don't think anybody around the conference sitting at home expected this score, where Howard has come in and just pretty much dominated on the offensive boards at the free throw line and attacking the basket. This is a better team, that is the Spartans, than what we're seeing displayed. You know, Coach Robert Jones, he's done a great job assembling the team on this 13 years. They are the powerhouse of the team to really be reckoned with in the MEAC. And you've got some great coaches, so he'll make a difference out here. But right now, we're just not seeing a Coach Jones team for the Spartans.
They won 3 out of their last 4. The contributions of McComb and Adrian Newton. As that free throw didn't go. You said it's Howard basketball. You saw Newton on that graphic there. That's their point guard. Their starting point guard usually. It does feel like the way the ball pressure has been for Howard, Robert Jones' team has really missed him today.
Oh, they definitely do. I mean, it's you're just having everything just rely upon McCombs, and you need that extra point guard. And he's a freshman that has been playing really good for the Spartans. Like we said, out because of injury, but Coach Jones really harped upon him being a leader as a freshman coming into the program.
He's a walk-on. He was not the team, or not supposed to be, in the spring. Graduated high school. They called him. He sat in the summer, watched it all happen, and he's, again, their starting point guard. It's Brown. It's a 3.
You're just looking at Brown. You're looking at these guys are basically 2-point guards on the floor, playing off of each other, playing unselfish, penetrate gaps, textbook basketball, kick it out.
Leaks with the runner. Stops an 11-0 Howard run. See Adrian Newton just sitting and watching, and he will be thinking, as will Norfolk State, depending on how the next 13 minutes go, about when these teams meet again in March. They're scheduled to meet in March once. They have met more than once in March before, as Harris draws another foul.
Yeah, they will meet again. They will meet again, but here you go, just playing off of each other. These are 2 guards, guard-to-guard pass, but really a point guard to another point guard, or just a combo guard, and he's able to knock it down. Brown, hands and feet are ready, spots up, and it is nice.
It is. You and I talked about it earlier, like, each of these teams have a few different guys that have, in little moments, have popped off. You know, they have 6, 7 men who've scored 25 in games this year. Brown has 6 points in this game. But you look at what he's contributed to them today. This is something that, on paper maybe was not obvious, but he's been huge for them today.
Yeah, just a great team player. That you got to credit the staff for that. Just allowing 2 combo guards such as these guys, the point guards, to play off of each other with one another. That is, it's hard. That's like a two-headed monster out there. Not to mention you have, you know, your leading scorer in Bryce Harris. So it's not that they just have a 1-2 or one guy to go to. This is a team concept. The way they're playing, KB's team, Coach Blake's team, he's got them playing really well. So it's showing right there with a 64-39 lead.
He wanted to see a team game today. He felt like they hadn't played like a real team game since a 4-game stretch earlier this season. They played a capital T team game today. 64-39. Leaks got inside, flipped it up, and got it to go. 2 tough shots from Jordan Leaks.
Tough shot. Teardrop off the glass. But you see how difficult that was outside of the paint? There's a difference between the shots that are made from both teams.
Lob game. Robbins down with it. Blocked. I'll stay with Howard. You're talking team. 21 points from Harris, which you expect. You know, he is their star. Taylor with 19. As you see the block here. You go up and down the box score. 7 from Gillis, 6 from Brown, 6 from Kazikavicius, 5 from Cotton. As this off the turnover is 2 for Dean Wright 4.
Needed that basket there. That is good defense out there into transition. That's the primary break I was talking about earlier. That's the best way and the easiest way to score. So here you go. The Spartans are extending their defense with the full court press. Now they drop back into their matchup zone.
Clock down. It's 5. It's Gillis. Gets the screen. 3 in the corner. Got to get it up. Brown to Gillis. And an offensive rebound again. This from Robbins. And then a big take behind the back. Save goes up and stays in bounds. Jenkins got it started. McCombs couldn't hit though. Kazikavicius trying to get the rebound, and Norfolk State basketball. We come back. More Howard in his second half.
Yeah, here you go. Just playing really strong, attacking the basket, tiered off of the glass. Needed bucket by the Spartans.
Join the Cedric Taylor III show today.
Yes, coming Morehouse College, transferred in from Atlanta, Georgia. He is getting it done by just slashing to the rim, shooting threes, dribble bust outs here, reading and making the right decisions, all to get points for the Bison.
Said Coach Kenneth Blake, said, I'm not even really sure that it's clicked for him offensively. He said that 2 weeks ago. Then 29 on Saturday, the 19 to go along with 21 from Bryce Harris, and a massive Howard lead over the conference favorites, Norfolk State. That's Taylor on the rebound, and he earns Howard a possession.
Hey,
keeps fighting.
He's on cue, as we were talking about. Job guys just coming out with him, but just active in the game, both ends of the floor. So you gotta love that from your coaching staff and just your team is contagious. So he's showing out here for the Bison, 64-43 lead.
And doing what you just said in a 21-point game.
Yes, yes.
Kept waiting for them to start missing shots. They haven't. 58% from the field, 53% from 3. Rate of 15. Alex Cotton in the game, back off the bench playing with 4 fouls, has it. Late shot clock, 3 seconds. Cam Gillis, got to get it up. Cam Gillis, wow, a foul with what? 0.2 of a second to go on the shot clock against Leaks.
Are you serious? Oh my goodness, that's tough right there. I just knew that was a shot clock violation. I gotta be better than that. That's a tough one. Coach Jones, I mean, he's just like, come on, guys. That's Leaks reaching in. Reaching in. Gotta move your feet.
Turnover off the inbound. Norfolk State comes out of there with it. And Ellis sends it ahead. Transition. They've not done this a lot. When they have, it's looked like that. 3 for Norfolk State's Elijah Jamison.
You need more of that. That is transition basketball. Getting it up, finding the open spot, shooting, they get it.
Big foul. Man. The coach has been all over the floor, and he got tripped up from behind. Here's that 3.
Just getting it out in transition, running to the spots, shooters spot up. and Jamison is able to knock it down. When you look at the Bison, here we go now, Okoji back at the line. There's just constant movement. Offensively, you have ball movement, man, which is needed. From the defensive standpoint, they are contesting every pass. And that's where the difference is with them being really physical, as we stated earlier in the game.
Inside Taylor. Nice pass. Kazikavichus delayed. Couldn't get the job done. Taylor's second effort gets him more.
Another offensive rebound. Kazikavichus was just a little bit delayed with that ball. Thought he got away with a double dribble.
On the other end, Devon Ellis.
You know, we haven't seen much of Ellis, and Ellis is that versatile 6'6" player who can actually 6'7". It's just really tough for the Spartans. We talked to Coach Jones about him earlier. Expects a lot of him, but foul trouble earlier. I think he can contribute some more as he's doing right now.
Kazikavichus against Ellis and a foul. Ellis kept in front. And they got the foul against Ellis.
Personal fouls was the Spartans number 11, Devon Ellis.
That's just a tough call. That's a tough call. I thought that was just good concentration, anticipation, to react to the ball. Oh, there it is. He's got him hooked. Right, he's got that little bear hook. See that left arm right there? Yeah, that's what the referee's calling. He's trying to grab that love handle right there, you know? Yeah. Unfortunate call.
We don't have a camera, but you are showing me exactly how that went. I just got fouled twice for the record.
Okay.
I'm not the bonus yet. We got 4 to go.
I'll leave it alone. I'm having a good time. All right. Just don't elbow me in the ribs. We're good to go.
That's an F1, maybe an F2. I'm not putting you at the line for that. I'm not getting ejected either. 4 seconds. Gillis. Not close. That'll go Norfolk State's way. 9:22 to go in the second half. I mean, you're talking about all that motion too. I couldn't get over it when Kenneth Blakeney said, we just don't run plays against Norfolk State.
Well, they're running plays today. They're executing. And right now, you see Howard going back to their matchup zone.
Right forward. Man, zone, whatever it is, it's worked for Howard today.
It was the right drive. Right forward could not score.
Ellis Medikoji. We're back on the run. Another turnover for Norfolk State.
I mean, it's just like, you know, what were they drinking this morning? You know, what did they have last night? I'm talking about the Spartans because they're just turning the ball over left and right. Unforced turnovers. You come down the lane, you have a wide open lane, you can't make it. Come on, you got to do better than that, guys. And I know Coach Jones is he's struggling over there because he's putting in the players, putting them in the right position to score.
Gillis. Nope. Rebound to Koji. Nope. Kazikavichus rebound. Let's go Norfolk State's way. Every ball on the rim. It takes 4 men to bring somebody down inside.
Yeah, it's when you talk about rebounding, right now the Bison are truly out rebounding the Spartans, and really with a lot of offensive rebounding. So you can put bodies, I mean, you got to box out. And that means you got to make contact, create space, and then go get the ball.
Jamison has not been able to shake himself free today, and Gillis is fouled on the rebounding action. So that right there is our 33rd foul combined between the two teams with 8:22 to go.
A lot of fouls. A lot of fouls. Sort of takes away the pace of the game, but players have to make the adjustments. That's sometimes referees are on top of it, sometimes they're not. And the way they've been playing, you still got to be aggressive. And just you foul out, but you still have to be aggressive, both teams. And we're seeing that from Howard, as well as I think the Spartans need to be a little bit more aggressive.
Cam Gillis makes the 33rd free throw of the night. Here's the rest of your night. 6:30, ESPN, Kentucky, Arkansas. Coach Cal against Kentucky.
Coach Cal going back to or Kentucky. That ought to be a good one right there. Kentucky coming into Arkansas.
45 minutes from tip there. 8 minutes to go here. Jenkins, baseline. Jenkins. Even there, the 2-point finishing. Norfolk State team. They were the best two-point team in the conference in MEAC play coming in. It's been hard in there.
Yeah, they're getting right to the rim, and that's twice Jenkins has drove and just has not been able to convert. Finish.
Good hit. That's a rebound, and that is Cedric Taylor III.
Offensive rebounds. I mean, if we see more offensive rebounds, somebody's got to call a timeout, because that's just, you can't have that. And that's, the ball game has gone and been in favor for the Bison.
12 offensive rebounds. It's goaltending offensively. Well, Morris. This is the tale of the day for Howard.
Shot goes up, get in position. Rebound, Taylor. Offensive rebound, puts back in. That is the Bison basketball.
Case for player of the year in this conference, just adding to it today.
Yeah, 6 of 9 from the field right now, making it happen. We saw him shoot some threes, doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but 2 of 2 right now in this game, getting it done inside and out. He is what I call very versatile, effective, and efficient for the Bison.
You know when you see him on TV, you're looking at him right now. He is big, he is strong, he can move, all this stuff. You see him in person when he walks into the gym, and you wonder, and I'm still wondering because we've watched him now for 30-something minutes, how anybody ever stops him from scoring.
I mean, he just has a strong body, and with that body, he's been here for graduate year, so this is his 5th year there. He's got the maturity, he's got the maturation, and he's strong and knows how to make the right decision. Plays within himself, Cooper, and plays within the game.
70-49. You know there are a lot of teams around the MEAC right now looking at the statement that's getting made today in Washington, D.C. by the Howard Bison and by Cedric Taylor III, who's got 25.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, he just turned that corner, got downhill, was relentless with the pivot, and was able to score through the defense. I mean, you can't have that, but good job by, here he goes with another steal, almost. Oh, my goodness, both ends of the floor. You got to love that.
I mean, he's another one, too. You talk about physicality. He's 6'7", and he is like longer than 6'7" feels. He gets in, guy gets inside against him, and he's just on it.
Yeah, playing really good. I mean, this is, we'll see some more conference play and MEAC conference players of the week for these Bison players, because they are really distributing or showcasing some good play out here.
Air ball from Jameson. He is 3 for 11 from the field, and a bad day gets worse for Norfolk State.
And out on the floor, your score, the Howard Bison, 72, Norfolk State.
Robert Jones uses a timeout. 6:28 to go. Howard is on its way to its biggest win of the conference season. At Duke, Blue Devils got a big win today after they took North Carolina against Georgia Tech. That sets you up. Next Saturday, we got a game for you. College game day is going to be there. And Alex Cotton makes the party continue. 75 for the Howard Bison.
Hey, that is Cotton. What he is nothing but a shooter, shooting 75% of his shots are actually three-pointers, but right on cue to knock it down.
Howard was up huge. They've been up huge for 20 minutes or so in this game. They probably could have cruise controlled their way to the end of it. They haven't. They've continued to shoot. They've continued to defend. Does that long-term say something to you?
It does. I mean, right now they needed this game. This is a huge win for them at the pace they're going. We don't think they're going to come back with 5 minutes left to go. So good way to turn the corner here after being off for a week and having that 1-point loss to Oregon State. You've got great coaching in this conference. And it's just, right now, Maryland Eastern Shore is at the top 4-0. North Carolina Central next. But these guys are really, this is a competitive league right now. You got good coaching. They're setting each other up. When I look right now at the Spartans, to see this huge loss like this, I think one of the things that really hurt them was they weren't as aggressive as they needed to be from the jump.
West Virginia Women's State, this is a team that we're so used to seeing be dominant offensively. This has been, by any metric, the best offensive team in conference play. Howard to be fair, best defensive team in conference play so far. That's the side of the ball that's won today. And then, of course, Howard has scored. See that? Taylor the third.
Oh, my goodness. And look, you got guards playing off of each other. You got forwards. That was Bryce Harris demanding that double team. And the right cut by Taylor. Oh, great execution. Great game plan by the Bison.
Lead is 27. Jamison misses again. Foul. As he Chus against Keontae Lewis.
Yeah, just here you go. The ball goes inside. Defense comes over for the double team. You have the cutter, and that's just the backside just got lost. Got to drop down. There was no low defender. So that's when you go into film session. Great execution. We call that good offense by the offensive team. But for the Spartans, that was no help the helper. Guys were falling asleep. That was bad defense. So that's more like, that's that Betty Crocker shucks. That's that like tuna helper, hamburger helper. And guys are going to get called out, I'm telling you, in film session because of that.
27 for Taylor, 9 out of 10, 8 of 9 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds. An SC Top 10 nominee and hamburger helper too if he wants it. With 5 to go in the second half.
Yeah, it's just the momentum and everything is going right now for the Bison.
Gillis got inside. It was blocked by Keontae Lewis. And Kenneth Blakeney made the point. We are healthy now. It's the healthiest this team's been in the last really 2 years. Remember, Bryce Harris almost didn't play at all last year with injury. They've had guys in and out of the lineup, banged up, guys who fought through injury to play. And right now, we're not 100% healthy, but on January 31st, 2026, it's the best it's been. And he will probably make the argument when it's healthy, this is what it looks like.
Well, this is a good team being healthy like this because they're hitting on all cylinders. I mean, from the offensive standpoint, you see unselfish play, guys moving, cutters, ball movement. You're seeing great execution. Defensive end, oh, they got in it. I mean, the rotation is there, jumping to the flight of the ball, the communication, the connectedness is there. So this is, hey, you can have everybody healthy as they are right now and keep this going. You'll see a turn of the tide or the table in conference play.
Blakeney came in 7 years ago. Norfolk State was already the class of the league, led by Robert Jones. And he looked at Norfolk State and said, you know, we're not going to build the exact program they did. Every program's a little bit different as Harris keeps fighting and gets another point Howard's way.
Oh, my goodness. That was it. A little pressure, three-quarter pressure. I mean, they're not letting up. They're up 79-51. And that's just Bryce Harris coming over, here you go. Leaks pulls up his dribble right here. They come right now, little double. Great defense there, gets the deflection off of Leaks and a turnover.
Brown off the screen, gets inside, spins it out. It's Gillis on the drive. Shot clock down to 5. It's Cotton, it's Gillis. Shot clock at 2. Not close. It should be a shot clock violation. Shouldn't go off.
Yeah, we have the official right here calling it.
Going back to Blakeney looked at Norfolk State and he said, that's the class of the league. How do we beat them? And it took a little bit of time. These two teams are going back and forth and back and forth. Last 5 champions are these two programs. Go back to last year, Norfolk State beat Howard twice by double digits. And meeting number 1 in 2026 is going to go Howard's way by double digits and then some. But still 1 to go and maybe more than that, the way this seems to go. Remember, Norfolk State played the game today without Adrian Newton. Their regular point guard probably missed him. As Lewis had that hang on the rim, they've missed a lot of shots like that. It's a run out. It's Harris. Goodbye.
Indeed it is. Hey, you have the Spartans missing right at the basket, but I guarantee you what we've seen from the Bison, they are throwing it down.
25 for Bryce Harris.
Just creeping in with the points. A little confusion here.
30-point game. It's a 30-point game. Jamison's off. foul. Kazakevich, who's fighting down low.
Just good, solid defense with the block, and then just pushing it out. And then is the Bison igniting their defense, igniting their offense, and Harris just flushing it down for two.
V-Week efforts raised more than $14.5 million for the V Foundation and cancer research. We thank everyone who participated. Special thank Principal and Principal Foundation for their $1 million matching gift. And don't ever forget it. Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Well, we see the Bison doing that. They have kept the pressure on. Here you go, full court pressure. They are still playing. They haven't given up on the Spartans at all, but we know Jimmy V and the foundation there is definitely charitable and a worthy cause. We've all been affected by cancer somewhat way or another.
No question. You know, you go around, you go to any gym in the country, you know, sitting in the dome in Syracuse or one of the smallest, like we're sitting in here today, and every single person in any of those has been affected. And you have those conversations with players and coaches and all of the above. This has been unbelievable today from Cedric Taylor III. 56 over the last two, 29 the other day, who's right up on his career high. He's fouled out in this game. I mean, think about this. He just put in a shift. He goes 27, 9 rebounds, 9 out of 10 from the field. And look at the frustration on him that he has to leave the game after fouling out in a 32-point difference.
That's a player for you. That's a player. I mean, hey, they had a game execution. I'm not sure on staff there whose scout it was, but they came well prepared. And when you have moments like this, you want to stay in the game. Everybody, when these guys, the Bison, when they go back in for film session, they're going to, it's going to be a field day. Because they had a lot of good things.
He showed the shot there. But again, you talk about a team that wants to win a championship, right? It's a 30, or so point game. You can see it in his heart and in his mind. That literally doesn't matter to him.
Yeah, he wants to play. That's just a good player. Here you go.
I have a feeling he's going to feel pretty good, by the way, at 248.
Yeah. Spartans throw a little full court pressure out here, running and jumping.
Cam Gillis has had a nice day, 9 points, hasn't shot it great, but he's going to walk out of here with at least 5 assists and 5 rebounds at point guard. Harris gave it back to him. Gillis goes baseline, slipped it out, won a pass, and Cotton couldn't hit.
Shot clock violation.
Cam Gillis just to turn the corner like that. I mean, that's exceptional. And then he's able to make that baseline pass, with the outside, the left hand, the weak hand. He got it to the shooter. Cotton just didn't knock it down. He shoots 75% again of his shots are threes. Didn't knock it down.
One of those days right now. McComb, third effort, gets it to go. Norfolk State shooting it just over 35%. They've shot it well from 3. But the difference today is going to be the rebounding. And this, another.
Just great execution. Picture perfect press break. Get the ball in the middle. Everybody makes the right pass. Everybody has their assignment. Ball gets pushed up in the middle. You have Bryce Harris on the wing, and an assist by the fella.
They spent most of their time in shoot-around today on press break. That has paid off.
Yeah, it's, here you go. MEAC standings right here. UMass is still 4-0. You had Norfolk and Howard coming in down at the bottom, but this is a great win right now for Howard. This is giving them a chance to move up, get that record even. You see 6 games, sort of 5 games there, and there's some games missing because of the snow, the delays or the cancellations, but
happened today with South Carolina State. I mean, you think about Oregon State at 4-2. their last 2 wins by 1 point each, both with shots made in the final 10 seconds against the 2 teams you're watching right now. It's just a lot left to go. That'll unquestionably be the message for Norfolk State and for Howard. They try to hit the ground running. Howard has done that in the final third of the season as Jenkins knocked it out of play with 1:34 to go.
Yeah, good defense there. But again, talking about the conference, just, you know, you have a lot more or better coaching in the conference with a lot of these guys. You know, Cleo Hill over at UMass and LaBelle Morton, who's been at Moulton, who's been at University of North Carolina Central for some time. Kevin Brodus over at Morgan State coming in. So you've got some good coaching along with KB, Kenny Blakeney. So
Julian Johnson gets a bucket off the bench, the freshman. His 9th game of the year. Now, there's no question, and you know, you talk to guys around the league, this is the best coaching that there's ever been in the league. And right here, right now, it's the most wide open probably this league has been since before the 2020 season, and maybe even before that.
Yeah. It's and that was Coach Jones who really spoke highly on the other coaches, being that he's one of the premier coaches in the conference. You know, Cooper, in this day and age with the transfer portal, and so many guys transferring, you don't have the foundation or the players returning. We asked him, how do you create that continuity and consistency and build a foundation when you don't have players, you know, that weren't there? And he was like, you can't rely upon players. It comes from the staff. And when you look at his staff, you know, his staff has been together for some time. He's got a Jamal Brown over there, who's the former head coach, South Carolina State. But those guys have been there for plus years along with him as he's been to 13. But this is one where, hey, Spartans, they got that out spanked here. They got to come back. They got to go home, rejuvenate, get themselves back together, and checkpoint and make some changes for things to happen.
Best news for Norfolk State is January 31st. A team that has peaked in March again and again as Jenkins knocks down the free throw. Howard's gotten all their reserves in the game. Stefan Isilovic, number 1 in white. Shane Frazier along with B.J. Powell. Jeremiah Johnson and River Smith. Foul on the rebounding action goes against Norfolk State. River Smith, 9 in white, won the team's half-court shot contest today. At the end of shoot-around, he's the only guy on the roster to hit 2 half-court shots and then let everybody know about it.
You know, that's just what everybody does. That's a tradition when you shoot-arounds, accustomed to take that half-court shot. Even coaches get in there sometimes. So.
No coaches today. I was kind of disappointed. I want to see Kenneth Blake. He was saying that, you know, they had been injured, so he had to step in, get on the block a little bit every once in a while.
Yeah, the next time we come, we got to let some broadcasters get in there, huh? Yeah. We'll be throwing up bricks to the sky, huh?
I was going to say, you're giving me shooting tips in the breaks. We need a lot more breaks.
Yeah.
And 9. Leaks. Got the layup to go, and that'll be the final Norfolk State shot, most likely of the night.
Basket by Jordan Leaks.
No question, Shane Frazier stepped out of bounds.
Spartan basketball.
But Cooper, as we look at both of these teams, we've seen an exceptional game by the Bison, so hat goes off to them and Kenny Blakeney and his crew for being prepared and executing. For the Coach Jones and the Spartans, they're better than this. They are truly better than this. They will get it together. But right now, they got punched, and that's what you need sometimes to have a gut check.
One more whistle with 3 seconds to go in a game with, 35-40 fouls. Might as well have one more for the road.
That's his first.
Howard about to be 13-9. They will get to 3-3 in the league. Norfolk State with the loss will now be 3-4. 8-team conference tournament. There are no byes to worry about, but obviously it'll be a fight for home court. Who could host that? Howard would need a run. for that to be here with Maryland Eastern Shore at 4-0. So there's no question, as Reed knocks down the second, that a statement was made today. A perfect day for Howard. They win 88-60. Kenneth Blakeney's team is 13-9. They defeat Norfolk State huge here at home. That's it for us today from Burr Gymnasium on the campus of Howard University. For Adam Martin and Brandon Johnson, I'm Cooper Boardman. So long from Washington. This has been a presentation of ESPN.